Good morning, students. Students, today we are going to discuss about the last natural resource of our syllabus, and this is soil. Today we will discuss how the soil is going to be formed, okay, and along with it I will tell you what is the composition of soil, and I will also discuss soil pollution as well as soil erosion along with you. Students, as in our previous video, I told you that the soil is the outermost part of the it is present at the surface of the earth crust, and it is formed due to the various processes in which the rocks are going to break down and are going to form soil. Actually, the process of breaking down of rocks by different means, by physical way, by chemical way, or by biological way, leads to the soil formation. And as we know that when the sun's heat comes down into the rocks during the daytime, the rocks are going to expand. At the night, when there is no heat of the sun, the rocks are going to contract. This expansion and contraction can cause some cracks on the rocks, and later on these cracks can spread and they can convert rocks into the pieces. Okay, and water also helps along with the sun's heat. Sometimes the rainwater fills into the cracks, and during the cold time or during the cooler time it is going to freeze, and while it is going to freeze, due to its high volume, it is going to increase the sizes of the cracks, and finally the cracks are converting the rocks into the smaller pieces. Okay, and similarly the strong wind can also break down rocks into smaller pieces. And I told you that the biological way, by through biological way, the rocks can break down into the pieces or soil. As we know that the some plants like algae, like some lichen, can grow on the rock surface, and they will release definitely some chemicals which are converting the top surface of the rocks into a powdery substance, or which can be referred as soil. And while the larger plant are growing on these powdery substance or soil like substance, and their roots can also penetrate rocks, and they can help in the process of the formation of the soil too. Now, yeah, right now I want to discuss that what is the composition of soil. So as we know that soil is a mixture, and this mixture is made up of rock particles. It also contains some decayed organisms called humus. Means while the living organisms are going to die, and the microbial action is going to take place over them, and due to the microbial action, the dead remains of the previously occurring organisms is forming the topmost layer of the soil, which is called as humus. Except it also contains some living organisms like microorganisms. It contains some minerals, it contains air, it contains water. Okay, the amount of minerals, humus, air and water are the factors which decide that how much biodiversity will be present in that particular soil. Now I am talking about soil pollution. So pollution is a kind of undesirable physical, chemical or biological change which is harmful for us as well as our environment. So here if I am talking about soil pollution, so I can say that if anything is added into the soil, or we can say that if addition of any kind of harmful substances which can affect the fertility of the soil or can cause the death of the microorganism into the soil will lead to the soil pollution. So in another words, addition of harmful substances which affects the fertility of the soil and kills the diversity of the organism living in it is called soil pollution. And soil pollution is caused by various means. I am going to tell you that what are the different means which can cause soil pollution. The students, as we are using excessive amount of pesticides, we are using excessive amount of the fertilizers, insecticide, weedicide at our agricultural fields, and these chemicals are causing pollution because they are regular. The use of them can decrease the soil fertility and can kill the microorganisms which are present in it. They can kill the organisms like earthworm. They can kill like the organisms like bacteria which are responsible for enriching the humus amount in the soil. Okay, and they are also removing the useful components from the soil, so they are causing soil pollution. Along with it, I have to say that while we are washing our clothes and throwing the water, soapy water into the soil, this is also reducing the soil's fertility as well as causing harm to the substances or microorganisms into the soil. So there are various means through which the soil is going to be polluted. So right now what we have to do, we have to go for the bio agriculture, or we have to go for the new methods of agriculture, while our dependency of these chemical fertilizer pesticides is going to be reduced. Instead of it, we have to use such material which is not going to harm our soil's fertility, especially the humus layer. So that can be used, and through which we can increase the soil fertility. Now at last I want to discuss about soil erosion. Soil erosion means removal of the topmost soil of the earth. This is called soil erosion. Actually, the topmost layer of the soil, which is including humus along with it, is very much fertile for us and very much important for us. And the process of removal of it is called as, or it is referred as, soil erosion. And this may be or by this may take place by different ways. ठीक है, the carrying away of the soil from one place to other place by flowing of water and wind can called soil pollution or soil erosion. Instead of erosion, I have to say soil pollution. I have to say that soil erosion. So if somebody is going to ask you that what is soil erosion, so you can say that the removal of the topmost layer of the soil due to the activity of the wind or due to the activity of the water can be referred as soil erosion. And the its major responsible factor is deforestation. A large scale deforestation can cause soil erosion. How I am telling you that, ठीक है, because the roots of the plants are binding the soil content. If we are going for the deforestation, or we are going for the deforestation, due to the deforestation, the plants are going to be cut down, and the roots which were binding the soil particles are not present, and very easily the soil can be eroded by air as well as water. So if we want to prevent soil pollution, if we want to reduce soil erosion, so we should have to go for the vegetative cover on the ground. We should have go for the afforestation. ठीक है, we have to go for the construction of bunts means a kind of obstruction around the slopey area. ठीक है, we have to go for the terrace farming, or we have to go for the dam formation. Now in hilly areas you are observing the terrace like farms are there, or terrace like agricultural fields are there. Actually these kind of farming techniques are used to reduce the flow of water in the hilly areas. If the flow of water will be reduced, so definitely if we are decreasing the rate of the flow of water, so it will cause less soil pollution. Okay, now I want to explain that, or I want to tell you that what is the impact of water on the topsoil. Okay, you can do one activity. You have to take two trays, and you have to fill these two trays with the same amount or same size of soil pebbles. Now what you have to do, in one tray we have to plant some mustard or some green gram, and leave the another tray without any plant. ठीक है, and now we have to give water to both of the trays for a few days, and before giving water we have to tilt it both of the trays in certain angle or same angle. ठीक है, तो while we are keeping the trays in a certain angle in a slopy pattern, so definitely when we will put some water, or we will uh, pour some water in both of the trays, so definitely the tray which is not having any kind of plant, the soil will remove more faster from it. ठीक है, तो it means shows that the vegetative cover is preventing soil erosion. It's a very simple activity, you can perform it at your home also. ठीक है, so while if you want to prevent soil erosion, so we have to go for the vegetative cover, or we have to go for plantation. We have to go for afforestation, which can due to it the roots of these plants will bind to the soil particles, and they will reduce the loss of soil due to the soil erosion. So I am concluding myself. I hope so you understood today's concept. Once again I will meet you tomorrow. Till then, thank you, bye bye, and have a nice